Welcome back to the DNaz channel and Merry Christmas to all of you. I want to say I am so thankful to have all of you, everybody that's been following me, that's been watching my channel all throughout this year. I wish you the best holidays. I hope you have the best holidays. I'm glad that you are tuning in. I'm sorry I didn't get more festive. I got a stocking. It's about it, and hopefully I'll fill it with some good stuff. Maybe Santa will be good to me this year. I don't know. I tried to be good to all of you. I want to be your Santa. So today, what am I going to do? I am going to give you some information about what you can do with your Christmas tree to improve your health. Now, you might say, what? How can I improve my health with my Christmas tree? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly how. And how you do it is because pine. Most of you have pine trees as your Christmas tree, right? Or you have firs or spruces. They're all kind of very similar, right? They all have this resin and they all have these healing properties, but mainly pine. I'm going into pine today. So not every species is the same, but all pine species, you are going to be able to get great health benefits from. So how are you going to do that? And what does it do for you? Okay. Well, what does pine do for you? Well, just the needles alone. Mainly when you're working with pine, you're using the needles for your health, okay? But you can use all sorts of the pine tree. Matter of fact, you can use the resin, and I'm going to tell you about the resin as well. And one thing you don't know is that resin is a very good fire starter. So if you're ever in the wild, you can cut down a branch that has like a pine branch, and you can make like a cross slit in the top. And if you light the center of that torch will keep burning for hours because, it holds fire. Okay, so a good survival tip for you, but we're going into health benefits, right? So what do you do with your pine needles? How do your pine needles help you? Well, your pine needles are going to help you because they are rich in antioxidants, okay? They have vitamin A and C, and they have all different compounds. One's called proanthocyanidins, whatever. I can't speak that well. You're going to have to look it up yourself. But pine also supports your respiratory health very much. For thousands of years, pine trees were used as medicine for a cough, okay? And bronchitis, all these things, right? So the needles and the bark actually contain antioxidants like carotenoids, okay? Carotenoids, however you want to say it, carotenoids. And the other word I tried saying before, right? Both of these things, they fight cell-damaging free radicals, okay? And they reduce inflammation, and they support heart and cellular health. Just the pine needles, okay? Then you have immune system support. You're getting this immune system support from the vitamin C, the vitamins it helps. This helps boost your immune system and fight illnesses, okay? And then you have your respiratory aid that I was talking about, okay? This is great from pine needle tea, putting a couple pine needles in your tea or even your cold water, right? Infusing your cold water with pine needles. It actually has a good taste and it's very healthy for you. It's used as a decongestant, okay? It clears mucus, it soothes coughs, it eases bronchitis, like I said. Then you get cardiovascular health. From the proanthocyanidins, this and pine help regulate blood pressure and improve your blood flow, okay? And then it supports your heart and blood vessel health. Not only that, you can get great skin and hair care from drinking pine needle tea or water or using salves on your skin. It's a very great topical for your skin and to put into your hair, okay? Also, as a topical, is great for anti-inflammatory. You get, a swelling or you get a cut. It's great for pain relief, okay? And it's antimicrobial, okay? And if you put, you could put your salves on your cuts and it'll keep it from getting infected, okay? So they offer analgesics, okay? Anti-inflammatory effects, right? They're used for muscle aches, for joint pain, all this, arthritis. It's beautiful, right? Not only that, you can use aromatherapy, right? So, which I'm going to talk about again, but inhaling the scent of a pine, it improves your focus, your memory, and your cognitive function. So now you have brain health working its way into this. So how do we use it? How are we going to use our Christmas tree to get healthier? Well, you're going to make the pine needle tea, and as I've made videos before on how to make tea, you're going to want to get your water hot, boiling, and then you're going to want to put it, put your needles in the cup, and then pour the water in it and let it steep for about 10 minutes. This will get everything out of it, and then you'll be ready. You can strain it out, and you're ready to drink your tea. You'll get your vitamins, and you'll get your immune system support, okay? Or you can make a salve. This is done by, you will slow cook, right? On low heat, put a bunch of pine needles in oil, like olive oil, and then you'll make a nice infused oil out of that. You strain it out, you let it sit for a couple weeks. Now you have an infused oil. You take that oil and you can whip it up with some beeswax, and there you go. You will have a salve. You can put that on top of, if you have arthritis, if you have pain, you can rub it into your skin. If you have eczema, right? So now you can also get a great clearing of your lungs. And if you're stuffed up, congested like I am right now because it's the cold season, you could take it as you're brewing your tea, stand over it and inhale the steam, okay? This will help clear up your throat, This is like a Vicks vapor, baby, And it's also aromatherapy. It's relaxing, okay? It enhances your mood, all right? So now the last thing I want to get to is the pine resin. So you can even ask people that have been in the Army, right? People that have been in the Army, they'll tell you that they encourage you, if you have pine trees around you can find pine sap, which is pine resin. That's what I mean by pine resin, the sap, okay? If you get wounded, you put that over the wound with some dirt, and this will keep you from it getting infected, okay? This will actually heal your wound. The compounds in the resin is going to help heal you, okay? They act as a natural band-aid. They stop bleeding, okay? So they'll seal minor cuts and scrapes, and they help burns. They help alleviate burns, right? And like I said, they speed up the healing process, okay? Anti-inflammatory, okay? I told you they help with arthritis, they help with eczema, and even psoriasis, okay? A lot of people have psoriasis now. I even do. I'm not immune to these diseases myself. I make salves and oils all the time and put it on my skin to try to help, So you can also use this. You can use the pine sap to draw out impurities from your skin. So you can leave the resin on your skin and it'll draw out impurities, right? So let's say you have like a lot of blackheads or you have an acne, right? Keep that on your skin. It'll help draw it out, okay? And, the pine resin is great for your respiratory health, antimicrobial effects, antioxidant properties, and digestive aid. That is the traditional use for pine resin, is they would chew on soft resin. It's like a gum, they treat it like a gum, and it helps with stomach problems and digestion. Now, one other thing that you don't know is that because it's antimicrobial, you could put the resin in your mouth. First of all, you could turn the resin into a toothpaste. Or if you have gum disease problems, put it in your mouth, rub it on your gums. Take some pine sap from the trees, rub it on your gums, and this will help fight gingivitis and all these other things that you need healing from. So you have been watching the DNaz channel. If you haven't, I want you to like and subscribe, because I'm coming out with more information about how you can use plants to cure yourself. We are almost at the New Year's. It's been a beautiful New Year's. This is episode number 49. I don't know how it happened, but I am honored that episode 50 will be my New Year's episode. And I just so happened to set Thursdays as the day that I am doing episodes for you. And Christmas is on a Thursday. New Year's is going to be. It's beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love doing these videos for you. I love bringing whatever knowledge I can. I love learning myself, because not only am I bringing you guys information, I am learning myself, because when I make these episodes, I am looking up things that I am interested in, and I am finding out more about it, learning better things about it, and bringing it to you. And I love doing that. I just love it. I love it. So I am so fortunate to have you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't care if there's 2 of you, 3 of you. I love every one of you. Thank you for watching my channel, and I hope you have a Merry, Merry Christmas.